Fala gamers, beleza meus queridos? Arena aqui, bora continuar aí com a nossa gameplay de Tales of Arise. Então galera, se não é inscrito, se inscreva, se está passando aí por passagem, se inscreva e fique e deixe o like para fortalecer, né, os nossos laços aqui no canal Arena RPG. Galera, é o seguinte, tem coisa nova aqui no jogo. Eu coloquei um reshade no game. Vocês podem, eu não sei se dá pra vocês, não, dá pra vocês notarem, né? Mas o jogo ele tá bem mais bonito, tá bem mais colorida. As cores estão. A Shionne metendo a mão na comida. O jogo tá com muito mais cores, entendeu? Tá mais vívida as cores das coisas. Até apertar aqui, ó. Tá vendo? Tem um reshade ali do lado ali. É uma pena que eu só descobri isso daqui agora do reshade, cara. Queria ter jogado ele com reshade há mais tempo. Provavelmente isso vai aumentar o tamanho dos vídeos.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them,
Tá muito mais brilho os personagens. O vermelho mais vermelho,
I
entendeu?
possess the ability to command earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Ah?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim evasivo. A gente já tá fazendo aqui, né? Então bora ver as conversas dos caras.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a
A
risk.
gente recebeu memorando na tela sobre isso, né?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
Beleza, acabou as conversas. Bora seguir. Next region.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Nossa, muito diferente, galera. Muito diferente.
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Rising Wyvern!
Make it work! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
We can really make weapons with this?
Nossa, queria muito estar jogando desde o começo com essas cores aqui.
Gotta break through!
This one's mine! Arrow fall!
Interessante, isso eu não sabia. É a primeira vez. É a primeira vez que eu vejo eles fazerem uma arte conjunta com alguém que não esteja diretamente na PT. Interessante isso, muito bom, gostei. Galera, pera aí, é VaptVupt, deixa eu dar um pause rapidão, beleza? Beleza, voltei aqui, bora lá. Dois brutamontes ali na... Minha arma secreta. As plantas cresceram no solo para mobilizar e golpear o inimigo. Boa contra inimigos de pés ligeiros.
There's nowhere to run from my art. If he slows down, that's our chance.
Lunar corruption! Just like trying to keep up with a wall ray!
Take this!
Annihilation! Mega ray!
The earth throbs in pain.
Arrow squall! Firmament render! Arrow squall! Flame of fury!
Their arts were interrupted.
In a vine?
Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Galera, pode parecer besteira, cara, mas eu tô besta. Eu tô besta com a diferença que deu no jogo esse reshade. Dá até vontade de fazer assim, pô, vou começar uma gameplay nova, tá ligado? Mas não. Já enviei muito vídeo pro YouTube.
Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Artefatos. Só a posse dos artefatos já confere efeitos especiais. Alguns servem como bônus para uso após terminar o jogo. Dá para ativar ou desativar cada um desses efeitos na lista de efeitos no artefato. Agora é possível definir 6 ARs adicionais. Pressione Y na tela de ARs para alternar entre os painéis. Execute as ARs definindo no segundo painel pressionando LT. Tá. Não que eu precise colocar alguma coisa para ele agora, né?
What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Nem parece ela, né, cara? Tá, dia de campo, artefatos. Esmagador com conjunto de ars mais 1. Esses são os artefatos que a gente tem, né? Não. Ah, aqui. Será que se eu colocar isso pra eles aqui, eles usam em batalha? Não. Acabei de colocar. Ah, vai, foda-se. Depois eu vejo isso. Tá, beleza.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Ah, não, a gente pode ir reto aqui. Filho da puta veio direto em mim. Olha só que foda, velho, na moral. Eita! Mas é porque eu perdi todo esse life. Sai daqui.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
7.300 gold. Não que gold seja um problema pra gente aqui no jogo, né?
No further! I can carve through armor!
Firmament's Ranger! Arrow Squall! Firmament's Ranger! Arrow Squall! Firmament's Ranger! Arrow Squall! Don't get in my way! Firmament's Ranger!
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware of that few reminders.
Eu não consigo soltar especial com ela, cara. Eu não sei porquê. Por alguma razão eu não consigo soltar. Eu já entrei em superação com ela e com a Shionne. E nenhuma das duas eu consegui soltar o especial.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of
Pimenta.
trails.
I take it you're...
Seriously? Is this a joke?
This one's mine!
Firmament's Ranger! Here's evil! Arrow Squall! Another fist! Think with darkness! Do it!
Pieces!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing fang!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here's evil!
Take this!
Firmament's Ranger! This one's mine. Arrow Squall! Firmament Render! Arrow Fusion! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky.
Aconteceu alguma coisa aí que eu perdi? Tá. A gente pode ir pra direita. Não, a gente pode vir pra cá. Tava olhando mais embaixo.
Go no further! Arrow Squall! You wanna play? I never miss! Arrow Squall! Vanquish Darkness! Vanquish Darkness! Divine Streak!
Nossa, foi mais rápido
There's still more left.
o lançamento dessa magia. Normalmente demora pra caramba.
Just getting started.
That's the spirit. Take no prisoners.
Por isso que eu mal uso ela, né?
Thank goodness we won.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Ignite!
This one's mine. Arrow Squall!
Plasma shock!
Arrow Squall!
In a bind?
I'll heal you right away. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Looking good out there.
Just getting started.
That's the spirit. Take no prisoners.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry. I'll help you
There's
keep a
more
wide
where
berth.
that came from. This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Ainda assim a gente pode ir pela direita. Dali volta.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Uhum. Essa é uma ótima explicação, né, Rin?
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Hey, I'm only getting Arrow Squall.
Prepare to be sealed!
Don't mind if I do. Vanquish Darkness.
Opa!
Close one. Vanquish Darkness. Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
We turn the tables on him!
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back!
Vanquish Darkness. In the sky is mine. Mega Red. Divine Streak. Firmament Render.
Lunar Rondo!
Arrow Squall.
Anything in armor is all
Tiger Blade!
This is barely target practice. Then why bother fighting them? Because I...
Tem 3 locais aqui. Vamos pra cá? Eu duvido que seja o caminho correto. É por isso que eu vou pra cá.
We have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Sério? Não, não é aquilo dali. Ele falou um castelo. Deixa. Tá. Pera aí, vamos voltar. Vamos pelos outros lados que a gente verifica pra onde é que eles vão, entendeu? Olha. A gente pode vir por aqui, ali deve ter um buraco embaixo. Deve ser uma cratera ali. Pra gente poder descer.
Turn the tables on.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Take this. I'm not done.
Vanquish darkness. Go in. Glacial spear. Here's Tiger blade. Divine strength.
Look shot. Dragon swarm.
Tiger blade. Raging cascade. Lunar blade. Lunar blast. Watson. Raging cascade. Make it rain. Spread. No complaints from me. Little help. Glacial spear. Arrow claw. Vanquish darkness. Going in. Divine strength. Cyan instant. Discharge. Firmament red.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. You're spicier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic, but fair.
Dramática, mais justo.
You've got pretty impressive aim there. Thought of picking up the rifle yourself?
Alpha, this is astral energy.
Say no more.
Dramático, mais justo.
That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Out of my
Firmament render. A freezing storm.
Now you see what I can do. Can't get out of this.
Ice tornado. Vanquish darkness.
Be still.
One more. Divine strength.
Flying free. Why can't they just sit still? Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Firmament render.
Eu não vi ali, mas tinha alguém que tava quase morrendo, né? Que tava com o live vermelho. Aí o Alfie pergunta pra Shionne se ela pode cuidar disso, né? No caso, encher o life dele. Eu acho que era inclusivamente ele.
I've been doing really great lately.
Aí ele acabou usando o item de cura. Não deixou com ela.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
Gotta break through.
Vanquish darkness. A freezing storm.
Be still.
Take this. Going in. There. Then again.
Prepare to be seen.
Arrow squall. It's over.
Can't get out of this.
Firmament render. I'm only getting started. Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No place here.
Firmament render. Not on
Vai soltar não, filha.
firmament render. Arrow squall.
With precision like that, I'm glad you're not on the other side.
Likewise for you and that shield.
Best to stay in one another's.
Nossa, eu nem me lembro de atacar, fazer ataque normal com a Linwell.
Out of our way. Render. They're surrounding us. Burn up. Burn. Hear my call. Firmament render. Tiger blade. Arrow squall. Firmament render. Arrow squall.
Ai, como é que eles perdem tanto life, velho? Puta que pariu.
Burn.
Bird Strike!
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Not in your dreams.
Swirler blade.
Where are you going?
Soaring alpha.
Firmament Ranger.
Rising
Arrow
alpha.
Ball.
Esse cara perde life demais, velho.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Um local desse deveria ter um daqueles boyzinhos secretos, né? Pra gente enfrentar. Não daqueles fodão, escrotão que não louva a Deus lá.
Firmament Ranger.
You picked the wrong fight.
You're mine. Arrow Ball. None shall escape my field.
Stardust.
In a bind?
Rising falcon.
Vanquish darkness.
Denied.
Firmament Ranger.
Stand back.
Astral Energy.
Say no more. Shot.
Well done.
Rising water.
Firmament Ranger. Flame of Fury. Arrow Squall. Firmament Ranger.
Rising falcon. Finish it.
Don't leave.
All yours, Kisara.
Oh! Lâmina obelisco.
Looks like we won.
Essa foi uma das novas, né? A gente ainda não tinha visto.
Get behind me.
Burn in hell.
Divine Streak. Where are you going?
Rising wyvern. Take this. Rising falcon. Go time.
Firmament Ranger. Will this help?
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that. There.
Eu quero entrar nesse círculo aí.
In the sky, it's mine. I never miss. Firmament Ranger. Turner Blade. Arrow Ball. Firmament Ranger. We managed to turn the tide.
For now. But things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Far enough. Do it.
Rising wyvern.
Alphen. Astral Energy.
Say no more. Shot.
Well done.
Severing blade.
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday. That equipment should come in handy.
Ó, a gente terminou aqui desse lado. Aqui dentro, né? Pra ser mais exato. Os inimigos devem ter dado respawn lá fora. Ah não, deu não. Porque é só uma subida, não é um loading. Beleza. Então, pra onde é que a gente vai aqui? Tá, tem aquele caminho lá embaixo ali. Da escada. Esse daqui.
Right, here goes.
Ranger.
Ignite.
Here's evil. Arrow Squall.
Rising wyvern.
Vanquish darkness.
There. Rising wyvern.
Here's evil.
Ela entrou em negócio, olha lá. Será que ela solta o especial?
Shockwave flash. Demon blade.
Soltou.
Flare the Malisa!
Caralho, velho. Da hora, da hora.
Be still. Rising
Porra, eles deveriam entrar em superação com mais frequência, mano. Tá, beleza. Eu sei que seria muito roubado também, né? Porra.
You got company.
Ignite.
Divine Streak. Mega Ray.
can't lay a finger on me.
I prefer it that way. What about you?
Just watch and see.
Tá todo mundo com buff ali, cara. Droga. Ué, é porque é rápido, né, cara? Pra você poder soltar os especiais, tem que ser muito rápido.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Pular o pô, né? Salvando automaticamente. Vamos ver essa conversa ali, que essa conversa ali já tá ali
I
há
just
uma
noticed
função.
none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Engraçado, né? O Alfin ainda continua sendo uma incógnita pra gente. O motivo da máscara, o motivo de não se lembrar de nada. Ah, a gente pode descer aqui. A gente vê o que tem lá do outro lado.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking. What am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
Já dá pra casar,
You
hein?
hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Ah, vá se fuder também, né, Rin? Porra!
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Beleza. Carregando. Eu acho que ó, essa parada aconteceu automaticamente. Eu tô achando que o caminho correto é pra cá. Aula de etiqueta. Ou será que eu apertei o botão sem querer e eu não vi? É, o caminho correto é pra cá.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
Ele toma todas as decisões por ela, né? Entre aspas.
I
Ela,
don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
ele viu que ela tava cansada, né? Tava pensando com alguma coisa e tomou as dores pra si mesmo. Aquele espadachim.
Been looking for you. For me? Why?
Badass.
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me.
Uai.
Why? Beautiful, precious life. What the...
Cara, que
That is
armadura
all I
foda.
desire.
Opa, espadachim
Why are
misterioso.
we fighting? Who even...
Já vem atrás de mim, né? Por que não? Fica quieto aí.
The enemy's open. This ends now! Destruction! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
O cara vem andando, velho. Por que eu, cara? Olha o tanto de gente que você bater aí. Porra. Fica quieto aí, cai. Cura aí, Shionne. Caraca, velho. Olha isso, velho. Ele tá dando uma surra, um sapeco na gente. Nossa. Atacou a nossa corujazinha que não tem porra nenhuma a ver com tudo isso.
Is that all that you've got?
Isso é tudo que você tem.
Very well. Then die.
Caraca, ela acertou no olho. Um desgraçado igual a você. No caso é um rato igual a você. Ó, eu acho que acertou o núcleo dela.
Till next time.
Wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shionne!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
Acho que acertou o núcleo dela.
And so am I.
Caraca, velho, que cara escrotão, B10, né, mano?
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, Do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest.
É.
Hey.
Beleza. Então, antes de encerrar o vídeo, vamos dar uma olhada desse lado aqui. Eu quero ver o que tem lá do outro lado.
We finally made it.
Não tem nenhum monstro por aqui, né? Coisa.
What's that big tower over there?
São dois caminhos diferentes.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Carne de cavalo. É, típico de chinês. Tá, comprar goma de limão, 2000 do PV de um aliado. Ih, caramba, tô sem grana. Pera aí. DLC. $500.000? Não é muito, não precisa de 500.000 não. Ah, vai. Acho que é o menor que tem. Achei que ia dar 500.000, mas só foi 100.000? Armadura nova pra todo mundo. Antes disso, nada, nenhum. Só comprei por comprar mesmo. Vamos ver o acessório. Pulseira espiritual. Anel protetor. Ataque físico menos 20%. Porra, isso seria da hora. Máximo PV, defesa, dano de terra. Granada. Reduz o dano do ataque físico em 20%. Cristal escamoso. Isso aqui seria ótimo para qualquer personagem, cara. Aprimorar. Isso aqui foi o que a gente acabou de comprar, né? Nossa, 20? Ah, depois eu vejo isso, mano. Já tá com 52 minutos.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Eu quero ver o que é isso daqui. Ah, tá fechado.
This way, I guess.
Será que... Não sei o que é
This way, I
isso
guess.
aqui. Galera, então eu vou encerrando o vídeo por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Deixa o like, beleza? Comenta aí. E a gente se vê na nossa próxima gameplay. Certinho? Então, até a próxima, caras.